Well, hello, and in this new week on a new Monday. Yep, we're back. We're ready to roll once again. And rolling is what we're gonna do because, well, the big problems have been dealt with. The big undertakings, plans, all of that. It's mostly resolved, I would say. And whatnot with the Empire being dismantled and all the rest. And us having recovered. Well, it didn't even have to do that much recovering, but still. Now it's just back to, well, I guess back to gobbling people up, but now at a new upgraded speed. Because what? The expansion in the east has somewhat stalled, with the command owning basically everything there. And the Empire was a no-go zone for the longest period of time, but now it very much is a yes-go zone. So I assume most of today is gonna be spent battling random states in the Imperial territories. But let's first see, what are we really looking at? Yes, a whole lot of pop-ups. We also got another merchant, which I haven't assigned yet to anything. We need to figure that out. And I think what with the command, how long we have a truce? We have a truce which will still last 3 years, so honestly not that long. Quite soon enough we could jump back onto the command. And no doubt we'll be able to get quite a bit of territory. I guess we will be able to get the Lake Federation in again. Even if they don't do a whole lot, they were a relatively good buffer state. Down here we still have to deal with Arafquilin. Do they have any allies? So they have picked up Rolzard. Then again, didn't I wipe out Continental Rolzard? Well, yeah, now Rolzard only exists down here. And they are allied with the Van Diefens as well. But none of that matters too much. We'll be able to chomp them up in one war, maybe, hopefully. Because, yeah, actually, yeah, I noticed this, I think, at some point. The Van Diefens have been pushed out. Well, okay, they still own one province, but Fulmana took everything that they owned here continentally. Plus, yes, these islands. These islands have also been taken from them. Yeah, by Shelokmengi and Fetengoni. They have taken... Oh yeah, the Fetengonis have taken all of these islands. Damn, that means the Van Diefens have actually taken a real hitting. They also have lost all the territory they held in Ardimia. Damn, they don't even have a whole lot anymore, do they? Yeah, only 24k military. They still have a navy. But damn, and funnily enough, they are friendly with us now. Yeah, they only exist on a few desperate islands anymore. Well, that's that, I guess. But yes, also I still do want to deal with these dwarves. I have figured, oh, well, I guess Ovdal Khanzad could be dealt with very easily. They literally have nothing going on. We could just take them in one quick swoop. And then Hechodovar is still being guaranteed by some people. Yeah, because they are still messing up our trade. We only have 60% trade power here, which is a real problem. It's stopping us from moving any amount of trade goods. But okay, speaking of trade, since we have another merchant, where can we just plonk them in? We could just slam them. Actually, holy shit, we have 33% control in the Bay of Wines. I guess we did take a majority of the coastline here. Including some estuaries and some ports. Okay, so 33%, there is 140 crowns in here. I guess we can just collect here. And that should do it. So that's gonna be the merchant. We are also back up to 20,000 gold in the treasury. Which, I guess at this point we could spend on embracing enlightenment. Yeah, I guess at this point it's like we already have a decent amount. Yeah, 40% of our development has already embraced it. So I guess what? Military, maybe a little bit of military. Because if we get it, we'll be able to instantly, I guess, pick up 26 Diplo. Which I guess is gonna be great frigates, also new trade ships, transport ships that is. And a new idea group from admin, so this is big. Because we are on our last 2 idea groups, and there are a lot of possibilities, and I am as of yet indecisive. I'm indecisive as for what I really want. Because, well, quality would be excellent. Quality would definitely work for us, plus some very good policies in here as well. Very good excellent policies, honestly. But then, do we need a better military still? Well, I guess a better military never hurts. But then there is also an alternative, which is infrastructure. Because what? More prosperity, cheaper buildings, we need a lot of buildings. There is dev cost in here, which we will need dev cost for some of our missions. Movement speed, and most importantly of all, I would say state governing cost. Plus, wasn't there also something where we can get... Yeah, because infrastructure with aristocratic gives us a 10% governing capacity modifier. So really, we could get 20% governing capacity if we pick up infrastructure ideas. Plus, also, I found out that cheaper fort maintenance could be pretty good, because it somehow happens that currently we are spending basically as much on fort maintenance as on army maintenance, which is a bit wild. Though I figured it most likely is because we did capture a metric ass load of forts in the Empire area. Which I think, honestly, we can quickly check them out and maybe get rid of some, because I think we definitely have way too many in here. Look at all of these ones that are literally just adjacent to each other. Yeah, I don't think they are super useful, are they now? We can get rid of this one, which is just in a grassland. Then these two... Woods, well, they are... Being adjacent like this doesn't really help a whole lot. I'll get rid of this one. Yeah, the one in Old Daemonef. Well, I guess it's... Yeah, I don't think it's overly useful here. Then also here... This is mostly fine. That one's alone. Well, okay, maybe... I guess I do like having them having good coverage, plus we still have very good income, so even though we spend a lot on forts, it's not exactly the end of the world if we have to spend money on them. They are useful after all. As a matter of fact, we should upgrade some of them here and there. Okay, those ones are already upgraded. Okay, yeah, these ones definitely need to go up. In the big important cities. Because as I have learned, people coming from Sarhal can't cause trouble here. So let's reinforce all of these. Yeah. Sure, you can also get upgraded. Okay, that was a little bit of money spending as well. Okay, then I guess we will save up a little bit again, maybe get back to 20k, we'll embrace Enlightenment. Oh yeah, that will mean we will have to, as soon as we get Enlightenment, we will bash out quite a few basically everywhere where we can get a furnace, we'll just get a furnace. But okay, that's that. Now back to the military side of things. So with the Empire dissolved, we have a lot of targets. We have a lot of potential targets. So, yeah, and I think, well, yeah, these Ashienda, Gisden, these are here in the middle. Would be very nice to take them. Threaten, still, whatnot. But I guess our priorities lie... We have to get Vern at some point. That's the biggest priority. Though, we have to wait until 31, so that's 4 years. I guess that's gonna be after the Command War. We're most likely gonna check this out. But I think something we can tackle right away is we need to take Ordia. We need to take the region of Ordia. And oh yeah, also, because where is our mission? Because there is this one little side branch, which is basically about conquering the deep woods. Here, a buffer in Dostanor. So we have the provinces that, like, the amount of provinces. We need Bal Ord, and have it have a Castanorian citadel. So where was Bal Ord? Okay, this is Bal Ord. And it has the Castanorian citadel, so we just need to take this. And we need the region. Which means we need to wipe out Crathanor. Which isn't a really big problem, because they have a meaningless ally in the form of Ovdal They have nothing. And they are guaranteed by Sirenvar. But honestly, that's not too much of a problem, because for one, Sirenvar has just been in a huge war, and they're not doing too hot. Plus, I guess we have claims on this province at least already. And I might, I might just pick up some stuff already. Okay, and then we will have to deal with Corvuria, which is... Okay, so Silver Forge is not willing to assist them currently. Arbaran is gonna come to their help, and Orgelovar. So Orgelovar only has their singular hold, basically, which they are upgrading. I guess I will let them upgrade that, why not? And, well, Arbaran is... I think Arbaran has been over. Yeah, well, Arbaran is basically dead. I'm surprised they're willing to join even to begin with. So, with all of that known... I guess we can start with both of these. How many armies do we have nearby? One of our battle fleets is also ready. So what are we looking at? Crathanor itself has 40,000 troops. One single... Oh yeah, also, almost forgot. We, currently, artificers aren't doing anything. I think I noticed this at some point. We're not researching anything. We need to get back to that. Okay. Well, I guess now we... Yeah, armies. I send some armies down here. That's gonna be 2 of them. Someone's gonna need to deal with... Oh, okay, I guess the armies that we have in the Dame's Crown, they can deal with Arbaran. Right, we have another army up here as well. We definitely do not need 2 full armies up here. So honestly, I think we can pick up these guys, ship them down. Oh yeah, we're also... Right, we have claims on Nathalair as well. What's the situation in Nathalair? They are only allied with Gisden. Okay, that makes it easy. Because yeah, we have some claims here as well. A substantial amount of claims on Ashienda. Damn it, this is highly... Okay, Ashienda definitely has been developing. Then again, most of this is quite highly developed. Well, yeah, sure, I guess let's unpause so the things can start ticking. And yeah, first, of course, what are we researching? Again, the Market Mender, the View Catchers, Centipedal Chests, or Arithmetons. So we have seen all of these options before. I guess let's pick all the Tier 2 options. Because it takes the same amount to research them. And I guess if we get enough Tier 2 options, we can maybe get into Tier 3. Plus, none of these options are super interesting for me. So, Arithmetons it is. Okay. Oh yeah, we are also on full blast in religion. Actually, we went down to 74 religious unity, which is quite a bit less than I've used to seeing in this campaign. And yeah, boy oh boy, is this all gonna be expensive. I know. I'm considering if it would be worth it to pick up religious ideas. On one hand, we are the Jadd, and it's almost almost a obvious choice. But then again, we have gotten by until now without any real need for religious ideas. So that's why I'm mostly a bit unsure if they're necessary anymore at this point. Okay, I think, yeah, let's declare this before Silverforge decides that they want to be in on it. Just imperialism. stomp them out quickly. And we also, I guess, simultaneously declare on Cannor. Imperialism, sure, also imperialism. Sirenvar. Okay, so what? Co-belligerating Sirenvar pills in of Dallotham. Honestly, I think I'm not gonna take too much from Sirenvar in this war. Maybe this singular province that we actually have a claim on. And then I will just break their alliance with Ovdal Lodhum. We will get the claims. And then we're gonna go properly at war with them. So... Oh yeah, we're gonna need to wait a little bit on that. Oh yeah, we are still working on some cores as well, if I'm not mistaken. Because a few of the provinces, yeah, like these are some of the bigger provinces up in Dame's Crown and where not. Oh, I also forgot we have a 40 stack in here. We actually need a general. Well, Ariatra, what is that? 2 fire. Well, okay, for now it's gonna be good enough. But really not impressive. Christ, okay, it definitely... I don't know why, but it's definitely feeling a lot more laggy. I guess maybe because we have vision on all of the ships moving and like all of the neighboring armies moving. Though it didn't seem this laggy in like the initial first big Empire war. I would have assumed that that would have been 10 times worse. Oh, this is literally just infantry. Well, let's see if you can get in there. Oh, that's... You know, sure, take that battle. Yep, that's the entire Cannorian army. There goes the capital. Orgelovar doesn't have a fort in their capital. Like, I'm sorry, but you're asking to be invaded. You're literally asking to be invaded. What is this? Now, I don't want to invade them because I don't want to trash their capital, which they are nicely upgrading, which will be useful for us if we take it in the future. But, come on, you can't do that. Just sit defenseless like that. And it looks like the Wood Elves don't really have any defenses to speak of. Well, there comes discontent zone once again from the command, obviously. Okay, what's this? Honoring the Golden Dragon. Our realm is prospering, and our kobold population has noticed. Some of their most prosperous members have petitioned the government to finance a project, casting and erecting a series of golden statues in shrines at several places in the land, to honor their venerated dragon Bolris. The kobolds insist that the statues must be golden, if not fully made of gold, at least gold-plated, which will not be cheap. However, their plans are intriguingly thorough and detailed, and it is hard to disagree with the argument that setting up pure golden statues across the land is quite the visible statement of success. Okay, so I would assume that this will cost a lot of money. Oh, it basically costs nothing. Uh-huh. So either we get a little bit of tolerance and some prestige, or we spend extra, we get moderate tolerance, which also brings them up to integrated. It only costs 500 crowns, so evidently this event does not scale. It does not scale, it's just 500 crowns. And one singular province gets cheaper and faster construction. Well, yeah, I want the integrated. So, give them what they want, then hire them as builders. Sure. So, this should now mean that... where are our tolerances? So, kobolds. Yep, kobolds are now integrated, so we can stop focusing on them. And now we don't have a single focus assigned, which means we should, I guess, reassign some. So we don't have any of these bottom populations, so I guess they can wait. We could work a little bit on half-elves and trolls. I guess sure, we'll enact something for the trolls. And you know what, we have enough diplomats at this point. Let's assign a diplomat for working with half-elves as well. And then that will leave only the races that we don't really have in our territory yet. The lizard folk we can get, lizard folk and ogres we can get quite easily. Obviously here, and the Onis. But for the others, we will maybe have to go to Alientir, and I am smithing some plans about taking colonies. When we're gonna fight, we could take some colonial territories, and that way start getting tolerance up. Alright. Back to the Foyton. So what's the situation here? Arboran, can I just... Okay, yeah, Arboran, we can just peace out. Can I make them break an alliance or something? Gibbard, where is Gibbard? Doesn't really matter. Just give me all... Oh, they're actually willing to give all of their money. Sure, give me all of your money. Well, that was a very easy way to earn 1,000 gold. Oh, well, that fleet is getting absolutely deleted. Krathanori flagship. Oh yeah, that had some heavies, a lot of lights. Okay, we captured a bunch of random stuff. Get all of that random stuff out of here. I guess send it over somewhere. Burning bridges, what's this? A province? Well, 11,000 gold for 3 hedonism doesn't sound overly good. Sounds rather expensive. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't even see that the Surinvaris have pulled through an army here. Well, go and maybe wipe them out. So, if we look at Corvuria... So yeah, they're not willing to accept a full annexation, and I guess I won't get them to accept that unless I get Orgelovar out of the fighting, which I don't want to ruin their hold, but I think at this point maybe I should stop worrying about that and just take it, and it doesn't matter really, does it? Well, I guess if nothing else I can capture their basic provinces, maybe that will scare them a bit. Why are you running? Why are you running? God, they just get deleted. Well, I guess that this army didn't have any artillery. Like, literally no artillery. And oh, well, literally one singular event, and that is enough to nudge trolls into integrated. Perfect. Just perfect. Oh, and then we can stack wipe them. Which means we can remove the one we had on the trolls, revoke this. Okay, so now we're just improving with half-elves, and the rest will have to wait until we get some of those races in our actual territories. Otherwise, not much we can do about it. Okay, meanwhile, how does it look for Crathanor? If we take all this, take that. Okay, so they are... Wait, is this gonna be full annexation, or do they have a cheeky province somewhere? I guess it's... oh yeah, right, because they have this. Okay, so yeah, if we take this, then that's full annexation. Well, actually, that means if we leave them, this little dinky piece, and it means we can get them out of the war and be done with it. I guess I could maybe be inclined to take that, connect our territories up. But otherwise, sure, we can leave the rest. We can leave the rest as is. Sure, and then, well, yeah, taking that one little province isn't gonna be much of an issue later. So, sure. Viralar, yeah, that would be the only province that they have left. Sure. We can piece that out. 50 overextension, basically nothing. Goodbye, I guess. Get these armies out. We can start working on all of these fresh cores. What the hell is this? The craving of the caterpillar. What? Many cultures speak of a spirit or ghost that leads people, especially men, to their doom. One such Hailesi legend is that of the Maokonu, short for the Good Caterpillar Lady. The Maokonu is a malicious spirit who ensnares married men with their singing and lures them into the forest, never to be seen again. It remains unclear whether they are consumed or used for procreation. Saucy. However, what is known is that to men she appears as a beautiful singing lady, while to unmarried men and women she takes on the form of a gigantic screeching caterpillar, with the face of an old hag. In a village in Kanagol, the Manaho... Okay, honestly, yeah, the names are something else. And I'm a bit tired today, so pronunciations are going to be all over the place. She has struck, causing a disaster. It all began with a night of disappearances when over 20 men vanished from their homes, walking straight across the rice fields and into the local forest while calling for the good lady. A few people attempted to stop them, but as they neared the forest and the lady, the faint screeching turned into loud and unbearable screams. The following morning, a search party was dispatched. They scoured the forest but found no trace of the spirit or the missing men. Only after hours of searching did they stumble upon something, a small cave. Inside, they discovered bones clad in torn clothing, covered with what seemed to be wet silk string. They left the cave hastily, but took some of the cloth as evidence. Upon returning to the village, their suspicions were confirmed. The clothing belonged to some of the husbands. With no trace of the husbands other than the cave's findings, the village sought help from the state. The local governor dispatched a small group of soldiers to investigate the cave further. While they did find more clothing and bones, they found no living soul or any trace of the Maokonu. At a loss for what to do next, the local governor reached out to us to deliver the news and inquire if monetary support for the widows is possible. Although highly unusual, the governor deems it necessary, as the village lost a significant portion of its working population to the spirit. Sure, yes. A lot of text, which literally does not matter in the end, alas. That's how it be. Ooh, Argelovar actually has a military of 44k. Well, send some over. We'll need extra boys. Let's get them, lads. Well, we sure as hell are getting them. They've been got. They have been got. Sure. Oh, general died. Okay, and actually, with their army wiped out... Okay, they're not willing to peace out. But can I get Corvuria? Yeah, they're not willing to agree. It would be the easiest thing in the world to take Argelovar, but I really don't wanna. I guess we can besiege it, but not siege it down. That will do something. Well, actually, we would instantly take it if we actually did this. Okay, but Orgelovar is willing to just be peaced out now. Sure. Sure, you just stay in your mountain. You guys get out. Which means now we just get the remnants of Corvoria. Yup. Nothing else. Quick and easy. Now we can start coring everything else. Okay, I think for the mission we needed all provinces. Okay, all provinces in the Ordia region, we need to core them and convert them. Okay, so that will take a few years, but will be done soon enough. And then that will give us claims on the entirety of the Deep Woods, which will be very nice. And then we'll have a mission to, well, just own the entirety of the Deep Woods, convert them, and that will be a walk through the forest. Which, if I remember correctly, was some sort of permanent modifier, I think, for the entirety of the Deepwood area. Also, actually, what is the religious map? Well, okay, yeah, the religions are all over the place. We're kind of just working around. Yeah, also I remembered we should... At some point we're gonna have to do this anyways. We will have to state Anbennar, because it is gonna be one of our potential capitals. So I guess we can just state it already now. We can already state it, we can instantly slam in the Lightbringers. Okay, and that should also make conversions cheaper and quicker. Okay. We are back up to 22k, so... I guess we need to spend a little bit of military points, which are gonna be spent... So I need to... Now, whenever I have excess points, I have understood, we just need to... I need to start... I need to start deving all of our capitals. All of our potential capital locations have to be devved up. Some of them up to 50, all of them at least up to 40. Because we have that for a few missions. I'm not too worried about we're spending. Okay, and then, well, let's pick up Enlightenment. Boom. Boom. That's Enlightenment, baby. And then also, yeah, we can also get Admin Tech. Separation of Powers. Yes, and then also Diplotech. Now we're all up to 26. Yeah, the next one in admin is going to be really big. A lot of governing capacity, 10 admin efficiency, and 10 development cost modifier. We can also disable the edicts that we had going on. Or institution spread. Okay. And then, yeah, we need to still spend military. Also, where is our... Oh, yeah.